German forces had invaded Poland in September 1939 and soon established Krakow as the capital of the general government. The widespread oppression of the Krakow Jewish community began soon after. Synagogues were closed and relics plundered. Many were sent to concentration camps. On March 3, 1941, the governor of Krakow announced the opening of a separate Jewish living quarter. All 16,000 of Krakow's remaining Jews were to be crammed into a small area in the district of Podgórze, the seat of the Krakow ghetto.
The ghetto was situated in the Podgórze district of Krakow and eventually housed 20,000 Jews, not just from Krakow but also from neighbouring communities. Prior to the establishment of the ghetto, this same area had housed only 3,000 people.
Food was rationed by the German authorities in Poland, and the Jews in the ghetto were only allowed 100 grams of bread per day and 200 grams of sugar or fat per month. The Nazis decided that 4 Jewish families would share a flat, which is why the ghetto was so overcrowded. Most of these buildings were in a terrible state of disrepair. These poor living conditions led to illnesses which reduced the population. Starvation soon took over.
The German soldiers were responsible for the abuse and massacre of hundreds of people. They executed hospital patients, the old as well as children from the orphanage that had been situated in the ghetto.
At the beginning of June 1942, the first large-scale deportation took place. In order to placate the Jews, the officers told them that they intended to carry out a resettlement due to overpopulation problems, and that there would be no deportations. Those who were deported were assembled where virtually all of their possessions were confiscated, apart from a small amount of money. The Jews who worked in German factories were allowed to stay along with their wives and children under the age of 14. The crowd was escorted to the railway station, sent in wagons to the Belzec death camp, where they all perished. About 150 Jews who could not keep pace were shot on the spot. The number of Jews deported in this action was 7,000.
נכנסו המון גרמנים ובראש המון גט היו יריות נוראיות, ממש נוראיות. היו מלא פגיעות בכל מקום. דרשו שאנשים יסתדרו חמישה, ולצאת לא בזוגות, רק חמישה, וראוס, לוז, ודחפו, ואנשים הייתה פאניקה, כל אחד הבין שמי יוצא לחיים, ומי נשאר לחיסול.
In the summer 1942, a Jewish resistance group met in the ghetto. The most notable acts of resistance were a bomb attempt on a German cafe in December 1942 and the burning of German cars and garages.
On the 13th and 14th of March 1943, the Nazis carried out the final liquidation, after Commander of the SS and police in Krakow district, Julian Schön, had given orders to do so. "8,000 Jews deemed able to work were transported to labour camps, and those who were considered unfit for work were murdered in the streets of the ghetto or sent to Auschwitz."